Hey guys, this is Ice with Rollout Reviews, bringing you another B-Daman Crossfire review. This time it is the Break Bomber Battlefield. Now we'll take a look at the packaging really quick here. You can see on the front there are two kids just having a jolly time getting paid to play with this product that they probably don't know much about. There's a little window here on the side that showcases the two B-Daman you get. On the side here there's a little CGI shot of Dracian. On the back it shows the completed set, but it's very misrepresented. This is probably a picture of the early prototype, as it has completely different walls, everything is a different color, and the two B-Daman have chrome cores. It has the stats up here of Thunder Dracian, which are exactly the same as the one on the starter. However, here are some new stats down here for Lightning Dravice. It is rapid fire type, it has the Rev core, it has 4 power, 3 precision, and 7 rapid fire. Down here it shows some more products from the Wave and all of the online stuff there. On the side here it shows everything it comes with, and that is about it. So let's take a look at everything that comes inside individually, then we'll put it all together and test it out. Now let's take a look at the B-Daman that come in this set. Now this is the one and only B-Daman that comes with the Japanese set, and it's this dinky little Proto 1. Now this set comes with 2 fully fledged B-Daman. You get a redeco of Thunder Dracian and a redeco of Lightning Dravice. Now, the redeco of Thunder Dracian is pretty much the exact same toy as the main release. The only difference is the stickers, and it has these nice red and gold stickers, and it does look very cool. But other than that, it's the exact same toy. They still have the drive strip, and performance is exactly the same. All of the plastic colors are exactly the same. They do have different QR codes on the back, though. But that is about it. Now this is the first time we're seeing Dravice here, since I don't have the set the original Dravice comes with, and it's a very nice representation of Dravice. Now the only thing different from this and the main release version are the stickers, but the main release version of Dravice, since it's sort of like an upgrade set, actually has a chrome core. So this is just the boring plastic, whereas the main release actually has the chrome core of the Japanese version. However, differences with that core are that this one is screwed together, which is far better than the one on the Japanese version, because once or twice I've had the problem where this front piece would fall off, and the wheels on the inside here, these tiny little pieces, would fall out and almost get lost. That won't happen because, as you can see here, it's actually screwed together there. Now it does have different bolts than the Japanese version, the trigger is different, but the pieces are more or less the same. It's a slightly different color white, but nothing too different. Now a very nice surprise I found with this here is that on my original, the wheels on the feet of Dravice are completely useless and don't roll at all. However, on this version, they roll absolutely beautifully, and it works fantastic. Now this is sort of a quality control thing, and yours might not work as well, they might work better. Who knows? It varies between sets. But other than that, performance seems pretty much exactly the same. They seem just as powerful as each other, and the rollers on the inside work just the same as well. So there is Dravice. Now the Japanese version of this set came with 12 glass B-Daman. This set comes with 20 plastic B-Damarbles. You get 8 of the normal blue B-Damarbles, you get 8 of the normal gray B-Damarbles, you get 2 of the Dracian Ultra B-Damarbles, and you get 2 of the Dravice Ultra B-Damarbles. This marble looks really, really cool. This is probably my favorite Ultra B-Damarble of the lot. Now this set also comes with 2 wide magazines, which the Japanese version of the set didn't come with any magazines at all. Now these are pretty much identical to the Japanese versions. As you can see here, the only difference between these two, this is the Japanese version, is that there is a slight change in the color of the plastic. This is more of a shiny blue-gray, whereas this is just a flat gray. But the construction is pretty much identical. The prongs and the connection points are pretty much exactly the same. It even comes apart like the Japanese version does here, just like that. And if you do have things like the scope magazine, you can still attach the US version to that. And also this is the Japanese version of the bottom, and that attaches on as well. So they're fully interchangeable. Again, it also comes with this nice blue version of the magazine, which is a nice addition. It also comes with the normal tool in blue to match Dravice's bolts. Now let's compare the actual walls of the stadium here. The Japanese version came with these cardboard walls, as you can see here. I have them all stacked up and twist-tied together just to keep them from getting ripped or lost, but they're just normal cardboard with this design printed on them. Not that great. Now this version comes with these nice plastic walls here. It's sort of a thin plastic, but it's still a nice quality. It sort of has this trough here, so you can store or keep just your beat-em marbles here while you play, and it keeps them in one place without having them roll all over the floor. It comes with two sizes, the long versions and the short versions that go on the end. The size is comparable with the Japanese walls. It is slightly longer here, but much shorter here, obviously. Now, for connecting the walls, the Japanese version had these little connectors here, and the new versions are very similar. However, they don't have this piece on the back or the little pegs on top. The prototype of this set actually showed these same size, but still having those attachment points for some reason. They do just attach to the walls by friction. There's no pegs or anything that attach them. It's just squeezed between there. But it holds together just fine. Now for the main event, let's take a look at the actual Break Bomber towers of the set. On the left here we have the Japanese version, and on the right we have this new version. Very, very different looking. Obviously right off the bat, the Japanese version does look a little bit better. It's more show accurate, has more plastic, and it has a lot more detail all throughout. This new version has some molding detail to sort of look like this here, but the walls are sort of where the detail is paper thin, so it doesn't look as great, and some of it is lost in just the very bright color of the plastic. There is a sticker sheet here for this new version with some technical details. They seem to be pretty nice quality stickers. There's also some stickers here that just have the B-Daman logo for the walls. This version here has these little bits that can be removed, whereas the sides of the walls here cannot be removed at all. On this new version, this has the ramps here, this does not. There are the little blocks here that stop marbles from shooting through once all the blocks are gone, that this doesn't have, which means once all of the blocks are gone, it's sort of a very different kind of game because you can actually still shoot through the tower afterward. Colors, this is very bright, like I said, and this is sort of the more black and standard looking colors here. A little too Connect 4 like over here, I think, but I guess it's fine. The blocks sort of sit very loosely, and it's very nice that these are very together. There are some ramps inside here which keep these blocks in line. You can see there's actually like a plastic cover here that stops them from falling out here, whereas there isn't here. That's because, like I said, there's some ramps inside there that keep them straight and keep them falling how they should. Now, while this set seemingly looks better and seemingly just has a lot more To be perfectly honest, this tower here works a lot better, and in the demo here I'll show that off. But don't be deceived by looks. This version actually works quite well. And without further ado, here is the Break Bomber battlefield all put together. I have Dracian on this side with his magazine, Gervais on this side with his magazine, all of the walls put together, and the beta marbles of the respective B-Daman in the trough. Now this thing ends up being just a little longer than the Japanese version, but quite a bit thinner. It can be repositioned and resized any way you would like using the pieces it comes with. Obviously, the tower is a little bit smaller than the Japanese version, but you can pull it off here. It's actually pretty securely held in place, but you can move it about however you would like. Unfortunately, the Japanese version really isn't compatible in this stadium. It does fit between the 2 points, but you can't really have any way of securing it, unfortunately. One thing that makes this game with the US version much different than this game is it's actually a little bit harder, because on the Japanese version, this middle column actually had 2 walls on the side here, but the side columns had nothing in between them. So on the sides, you could shoot out 2 blocks at once. With this tower, though, every single column has 2 walls on either side, so you have to be much accurate to shoot out the blocks. So I'm going to do a bit of a test here, starting with Thunder Dracian and moving on to Lightning Gervais here. Now, I assume the rules on this is that either player starts out with 10 beta marbles, and that's all they get. However, I guess you could alter the rules any way you'd like. So, let's test this out. As you can see, it's very, very smooth. I like how this set, when you hit a block, it's almost like the block underneath just completely disappears and it moves down lightning fast. That is just a great looking sort of feature. So again, shooting out the blocks here, it's working very nicely. I do find Thunder Dracian's gimmick with the drive strip, the piece of rubber that makes the marble spin, I find it works a little bit better, honestly, with glass marbles instead of these plastic ones, but these are the ones you get, so these are the ones I'm using. Again, we'll shoot out a few blocks here, a few more blocks at least, and then we'll go to Gervais. Alright, so there you go. Let's switch B-Daman. And I'm going to be perfectly honest here, of the 2 B-Daman you get in this set, at least for this set, for the Break Bomber battlefield, Gervais is honestly a little bit better. I find that he shoots out the blocks much faster, and he ends up shooting them a lot smoother and therefore more accurate, and he's just, of the 2 B-Daman, I'm not saying overall, but just with the Break Bomber battlefield, Gervais is a little bit better. So I find that there could be some sibling rivalries over who gets Gervais, because I feel like he's got an upper hand in some way. But we'll try to knock out all the blocks here. Again, just the motion of the blocks as they go down is just so much smoother than the Japanese version. And honestly, it's just a lot more fun to play. Again, having walls in between all of the columns just adds a little bit of challenge, and again, it's much more enjoyable to play with than the Japanese version. But here it is. Again, much like the Japanese version, it's a very messy set to play with, blocks flying everywhere. Finally, let's just do a comparison with the blocks. Here is the new version here with the little rails, or the openings on the side for the rails. And here's the Japanese version, which is a lot more detailed. But again, this one it works a lot better. The system is more thought out, and I think they really learned some things from the flaws of the Japanese version when they were making this. So this is a really great set. It comes with everything you need for 2 people to play, which is something that the Japanese version did not do. And again, right out of the box, you can get it going. So that is about it, guys, and this is IXRoll@IX, signing off.